Iowa City is ever-changing. You could experience fall one day and winter the next. How does the city and university keep up? I sat down with Brock Holub, Iowa City's Superintendent of Street and Traffic Engineering, to discuss this.
There's 13 different snow routes within the city. We have roads identified as red routes, blue routes, and green routes. So our red routes are our number one priority. So in any given event, those are the roads that we stay focused on. So we make sure to update and review the maps annually because the city is constantly changing new roads, new subdivisions, etc. So there's new staff and new routes. They got to make sure that they're familiar with that. We got to make sure our snow equipment is ready to go, which is hard for us to transition. The same trucks that we use for leaf collection is the same trucks we use for winter maintenance. So on average, for sand salt use, we use approximately 3,000 to 4,000 tons of salt a year. And depends on the winter, but almost equally the same amount of sand. There usually isn't a salt shortage. Is how salt gets transported to Iowa is typically on barges up the rivers. And so they have depots set up. So last year, it wasn't a shortage of salt, it was a shortage of trucking. So the salt was sitting in the depot, but they couldn't get it out fast enough. So it's important for us in municipalities to have enough storage to carry as much as we can. And last year, I ordered that salt in April of this year. So, I mean, you can't predict the winter. You just got to be able to house that much.
I spoke with April Wells and Ken Friedhoff, who work in the university's Parking and Transportation Department, to see how the university is preparing for winter.
So strictly parking and transportation, we used about 2,500 tons of salt and sand last year. So for this year, we've taken some of our stairwells and our ramps. We've closed them off because they're in close proximity to an enclosed stairwell. So that'll cut down on staff time that we have to clear the steps and all that. So we can be elsewhere dealing with the winter incident. This year we've gotten into liquid de-icing. So we can pre-treat where we've never done before. So we pre-treat the tops of ramps and sidewalks so the bond between the ice and the sidewalk and the snow doesn't form, so it's easier to clean off. So that's a new thing for us. We're implementing new software this year that we can actually track the crew out in the field and see real time where they're at and how soon things are being done, if they're running into problems, tracking materials, labor, that a lot better. From a risk management standpoint, we can document what we're doing and when we're doing it to be more accurate to respond to slip and trips and stuff like that.
We have the previous years as a predictor for maybe what you could expect or things that did or didn't go well and how we can approach different ways to solve those solutions. So if students are looking for information about what they can expect, who they should call, the different processes. So that's all something we do to also help prepare.
This is Haley Rochlow.